So Love and Light. Today I want to share an experience. It happened to me years ago. One of my alien encounters, which in the end I came to the conclusion that they were also a sort of aliens, a type of fourth-dimensional, multidimensional, but parasites, energy vampires, sort of thing. It was a while ago. Well, at that time I was going through a lot of spiritual growth, rapid spiritual growth, opening my heart up and everything. So it kind of makes sense why these creatures ended up noticing me and everything. Well, basically what happened, one night I noticed this small, round, bluish, glowing object just showed up at my room out of nowhere. And it started speaking with me, and it asked me one question. And the way we was communicating, like, that was actually one of those few times in life where I experienced telepathy, because it literally was me and them communicating, speaking. I could hear them very well, but it wasn't, and I could also speak to them very easily. But it was all in my mind, but there was no words said by my mouth. It's hard to explain, but we was communicating telepathically. What happened was, they asked me a simple question, and they said, "Are you a hippie who believes in peace and love?" Now, of course I do believe in peace and love, so of course that's what I said to them. Yes. And then poof, everything started shaking, and I started feeling this sort of hatred towards me. How they started hating me so much, how angry they got at me for some reason. They really started hating me, this insane hatred towards me and towards this love thing for some reason. And then they just disappeared. And it was in the end for the next couple of months. Now it's hard for me to remember all the details. I literally forgot this for years. Now I just remember this recently. But the main thing is, for another couple of months, I could feel their presence, and they was trying, in some ways, in my dreams especially, they would create these sort of situations. As I'm saying, fourth-dimensional parasites, so they know how to do this. We sort of things were masters at sort of communicating with you and trying to send you subliminal messages through everything, through videos, through people around you. They can't put you in these dream spaces, when you're asleep. They can really put you in these spaces where they control you. They can transport you to a specific situations, right? Where they are rulers, and you're just walking around in their territories and everything. And then they can do energetical manipulations onto you. But the thing was, I was always very strong in love. I was always with love, and it was doing things to me. It was doing things that, in a way, started creating hatred in my heart towards these sort of alien species, because they was full of hate. They was full of hate, and it seemed like that those aliens, their biggest enemy, their biggest fear, their biggest sort of thing that they hate about this earth, and it seems especially about humans and stuff, is this unconditional love. They hate unconditional love, literally demonic things. And at times I would actually start feeling hatred, why are you doing this to me, be it me in the car or something, just out of nowhere, and I know where to communicate with me and this and that, making research about them, and why are we doing this sort of things? What terrible creatures we are, why we want to do this, and everything. But in the end of the day, I would always feel love for them, because I knew that love, unconditional love, is the answer. And they really hate it every single time, especially when they put me in those dream spaces, as I said, where they can manipulate you and everything, energetically. That's where they do the most stuff, and put you through really terrible scenarios and stuff. It's bloody memories, though. But I would have hate, but in the end of the day, I would try to just love it. And more I fell into hating them, more hatred and anger where they managed to put me in my heart, I still remember more often they would return, Until one time, finally, I remember it was very, very bad. We put me in some really weird headspace, dream space in a way. It was manipulated, where I'm not sure what happened to me specifically, but something, I felt so abused by them in some ways, so much hatred towards them. I was so angry, and in a way they was continuing to tease me. But in the end of it, you know what I realized? I don't care. I don't care. We can do anything. We've done terrible things to the world. We've done terrible things to people. We're doing terrible things to me. They might be parasites and so on. But with all the love, I love you. You know, in the end, I'm not gonna waste my time on anger. I love you. And then the same thing like from my first encounter happened. Everything started shaking. I started feeling this, but at that time it was something else. It was like 10 times stronger, the feeling of hate towards me and everything, you know, like this hatred, this like they want to destroy me or something, but they can't, you know, they can't. And then they just left. And since then, they never ever returned to me.